Hey guys, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are going to be focusing on trying to figure out who could get the Rooster Miraculous. Now, here's the thing: there are only two characters left in Marinette and Adrian's class, that being Nathaniel and Max. Everyone else, we've already talked about which Miraculous they're going to be getting, as well as as well as a few others. But that's beside the point. Basically, everyone that we know, we've gotten a lot of people confirmed, and we've gotten some that I've already talked about. So yeah, we're just gonna today we're gonna talk about those characters that it's possible. So first off, there are actually 4 characters that I think have any possibility of getting a Miraculous that have been in the show, and I could see them getting a Miraculous at some point that I haven't talked about at all. The first is Undine, who is Kim's future girlfriend. The second is Nathaniel, who, yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Next is Max, obviously, Kim's friend, and Mark, which, yeah. The thing is that Undine and Mark feel like they are 2 characters that will be getting a lot more information with soon. Specifically, since Undine is Kim's girlfriend, and or will be. I don't know if it's official yet, but yeah, Undine will be Kim's girlfriend, and Mark is very likely to become Nathaniel's boyfriend, or just work with him. I'm hoping that it's just work with him instead of the whole we're gonna have another relationship, because honestly, Nathaniel, I still want Nathaniel to get with Alex, because they had some cute moments. So, who could get the Rooster Miraculous? First off, we need to look at who was the previous Miraculous holder. Well, it hasn't actually been confirmed by anyone that anyone specific has been the Rooster Miraculous holder. There is a little bit on the fact that Tomoe Gozen was the previous Miraculous holder for the Rooster. Mostly because we already know that this person was a Miraculous holder because of the fact that it was shown in the episode where they were showing off a whole bunch of the previous Miraculous holders, including Hercules, Cernanos. I don't actually know the full details on that stuff, and a few other things as well. As well as quite a few of the previously were Ladybug Miraculous holders, which is actually really cool. Like Joan of Arc, she was it was in that same episode. So first off, we can actually figure out a few things from this. Let me just switch over to my other setup. So this is the picture that we have of Tomoe Gozen from the show. So you can see a little bit about her. One, she has wings, which makes me think that this is the Rooster Miraculous, as well as we can see her weapon. This is a common samurai weapon, so that's not a huge surprise. So we can at least determine what the weapon is, which is good. We can't figure out what the power is really, except for maybe there's flight, but I honestly think that the flight thing is just the maneuvering ability. If you guys have actually seen a lot of the things, a lot of the different Miraculous holders have their own special ways to get around. Cat Noir has a decently high jump. Arena Rouge is able to maneuver faster. Ladybug and Queen Bee use their yo-yo and top to get around. And there's not much else about those. We haven't seen much about Carapace, and since we haven't seen any of the other Miraculous, it's kind of challenging to say. It's likely that the Bunny Miraculous will be able to jump pretty high as well. So this could just be the maneuverability power, being able to fly, which just based on on all of the characters' powers and stuff, really the only one that actually makes sense would be Mark because of the fact that he turned into Reverser. And just based on the fact that he does wear a red outfit, it does kind of work because of the fact that the rooster is also red. His design does match similarly to this picture of Tomei Gozen. So figuring out exactly what this is challenging, to say the least. So the real question is, what would be the power? And part of me wants to say that it has something to do with the sun. Mostly because roosters are often, everyone knows that a rooster's call is, you can always, for a lot of times, you can hear a rooster's call when it's morning, as soon as the sun rises. So it might be something to do with that. Maybe they create a fake sun or something, which would mean that they would actually be a really good assistance in a situation where it's nighttime and the enemy is weaker in daylight but stronger in the darkness. That's just a possibility, which doesn't make much sense for anybody except for Mark. And I didn't even really think about this before starting this video, because Mark's power is reversion, basically being able to swap the personalities of whoever he hits with his paper planes. But in a power that would be very interesting is that he could perhaps, not for sure, he can change what time of day it is. Like, it wouldn't be like a full time, yes, this is actually changing what time of day it is. No, what it would be is that it would create a fake sun, or it would create a fake moon, depending on what time of day it is. And what it would do is it would, if it's nighttime and he creates the fake sun, it's instantly brighter, which could because of the fact that it's nighttime, basically it would confuse the enemy by changing, because it would instantly change their eye. They would not be able to see very clearly. It's basically like if you walk into a dark room or you walk out into the sunlight really quickly. That's basically what I'm picturing for this power, which would make a lot of sense because if you guys don't know, Gozen is the Japanese word for AM. I don't know the full details about. I don't know much about the lore of Tomei Gozen, but it really makes sense. It's an interesting thought just to think about it being a possibility. And just talking about it really makes you think, yeah, Mark really could work as the new person to have the Rooster Miraculous. Along with that, there isn't really much from the others that would make much sense. The Dog Miraculous doesn't really work that well with him. It's just a simple, it's it's something that you would think loyalty. The goat Miraculous sounds stubborn. And Dusu is kind of a weird situation. So, which is the Peacock Miraculous. So, figuring out all of those they'll each get their own video. But seeing as Mark actually makes the most sense with his whole reversion, as well as the fact that he is the only one of the 4 characters left who has been akumatized into something that was able to fly. That's just all I can think of right now. Max's powers didn't really work. Nathaniel's powers don't really work. So, we'll see. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this theory down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe so that you can see more Miraculous content, as well as several other stuff, including My Hero Academia, as well as several other animes and mangas. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. Badon!